Good morning, students. Welcome back to the language class. Now, in order to change a question from direct to indirect speech, this is what you have to do. To change a question from direct to indirect speech, first of all, you have to change the interrogative structure. Interrogative structure means the question structure. The question structure will be verb first, then the subject, verb plus subject. So this will be the question structure, interrogative structure. This you have to change to the assertive structure. Assertive structure is always subject plus verb. So interrogative structure should be changed to the assertive subject. That is structure, that is subject plus verb. So here what happens, then what happens is that you have to change the question mark by a full stop. Okay, so this is how a question from direct to indirect speech is changed. Now I will show you with an example. Now you see the example. He said to me. Now this is the question, indirect speech. This is in direct form. He said to me, where are you going? Where are you going? So you can see over here, verb, isn't it? The verb first, interrogative form this is, isn't it? You have the verb first, then you have the subject over here. Okay, so verb first, subject, going. Okay, so here this form we are changing now. Now see, in the indirect form we say he said to me. So he asked. The question change that I had explained in my last class. Asked, inquired, demanded, wanted, right? These type formation we changed to. Okay, so he asked me where I was going. So the subject comes over here. Got it? Subject changes, takes the order, position to the verb's place. So here you are having the subject and the verb like this. Okay, so it's interchanging their position. So this is what you have to do. And then you see the question mark changes to full stop. These are the things what takes place when a question changes to. So to change a question from direct to indirect speech, you have to first change the interrogative structure. That is verb plus subject. That is this verb plus subject. This form you have to change to assertive structure. Assertive structure is this, subject plus verb. Subject plus verb. You have the verb plus subject is changing to the subject plus verb. And then you have to change the question mark to full stop. These are the changes. And after all, this is getting changed. You know, inverted commas are getting changed. This happens when you are changing statements also, right? So that is known to you. You know the fact, how it is changing. Now, this is the thing that you have to know from changing a question from direct to indirect speech. Okay, so this is how you have to change. Let us move to the next one. Now the next one is, if the question begins with the interrogative pronoun or interrogative adverb like this, what, which, when, whose, who, where, how, why, etc., then what you have to do is the same word is used in the indirect speech. Okay, if this if you have this in the direct speech, then the same word is used in the indirect speech to introduce the word spoken by the speaker. To introduce the word. Now I'll show you one example so you'll understand it. So you can see in the direct speech you have, he said to me, where do you live? In direct speech you have, he said to me, where do you live? Now you see, when you are changing it to indirect, he asked me where I live. So this is what it is said. So you are not omitting these words. You have to keep it. When you are giving an indirect speech, you have to keep the same words. Okay, used in the indirect speech to introduce the words spoken by the speaker, where I lived. Okay, so just to introduce what the speaker has said. Where do you live? Isn't it? This is what the speaker has asked. So you are using the same word over here, where I live, to speak up, to show what the speaker has used. Okay, so you can't omit it. This is what is being said. Let us move to the next one. Now see, in case of comments and requests, you use these type of words. You replace the introductory word into order, comment, advise, threaten, tell, ask, request, beg, implore, entreat, etc. So these words we use. We have to replace the introductory word with these words. So introductory word is what? Introductory word is said. For example, said the captain, isn't it? Said the teacher, said the boy, said the student, isn't it? So this introductory word should be changed to these words: order, comment, okay, said, tell. These words, whatever we use in the introductory part, we have to change it to order, comment, according to the statement given. Okay, so only in case of comments and requests, we use these words. Statements, when it get changed, questions. Statements, when it get changed, we use the same word, he said. Okay, we use the same word and we use the conjunction that. That is what we had seen in all cases. Okay, and then tense rule is applicable over there. Then questions, when it get changed, I had shown you in my last class what are the words used: asked, inquired, demanded, wanted. These type of words we use for question words. Questions when they change to the indirect speech. Now we are going to see over here is comments and requests. When comments and requests change to the indirect speech, the words what we use, that is this what I have told you right now. These words we use when comments and requests change to the indirect speech. Let us do one example over here so you will get a better idea of it. So you can see the comment over here: punish the culprit. Punish the culprit, said the captain. Now you can see the change. The captain ordered, said the captain. This is getting changed to ordered. Okay, the captain ordered them to punish. Now you see another thing what is happening in change of comments, request. Okay, so here the verb over here is punish, right? So this is the verb over here. So you can see the verb when it is changing to indirect speech, it takes, so that when it is changing to in reported speech, it is put in the infinitive. The captain ordered them to punish. This is infinitive. We have learned this last year. Infinitive means to plus verb. To plus verb is infinitive, right? This is infinitive. So here it is taking the position of infinitive, to punish. Okay. Punish the culprit is the statement, is the command, not the statement, sorry, it's the command. Punish the culprit is the command given over here, said the captain. So this command is changing to the infinitive. Okay, so here you have in the introductory part, the introductory change you have the captain order. Said the captain, that is the introductory part in the direct speech. That is changing to, in indirect speech, it is changing to the captain order. Then, them to punish. Okay, so punish the culprit. So who the culprit is not mentioned. So them is mentioned, is given away, ordered them. Okay, them to punish the, to whom it is told is not mentioned over here. So we are having an additional word, them to punish. So here we are having an infinitive. You have to put the infinitive. So you have to put in the infinitive to plus verb, the culprit. Okay, the remaining part of it. And now it is making sense. The captain ordered them to punish the culprit. So we'll do one more example of this so you'll have a better understanding of it. So you see, he said to them, do not smoke here. Do not smoke here. He said to them, do not smoke here. So see how it is changing. He forbade them. In indirect speech it changes to he said to them. Okay. So according to the command used over here. So the command used is do not smoke here. That is why we are using the word forbade. Okay. He forbade them to smoke there. Okay. So do not. That means they are asked not to do it. So he forbade them to smoke there. So he stopped them to smoke there. Okay. This is what the sentence is. So again you see smoke. Okay, smoke. The verb is changing to infinitive. You can see to plus verb. Okay, to smoke there. So this is how you change comment from direct to the indirect speech. Next you have exclamations and wishes. Exclamations and wishes. Change of exclamations and wishes to the indirect speech. So this is another point. So we have seen all kinds of sentences over here. We have seen the statement, change of statement. We have seen the change of interrogative sentences, and then we have seen the change of commands and requests. Now we are going to see exclamatory sentences, how they change to indirect speech. Let us see that. So in exclamations and wishes, the introductory words change to wish, bless, pray, cry, explain, declare, regret, with delight, with sorrow. With these words, depending on the sentences given. So if it is expressing happiness, accordingly it will take. Okay, if it is expressing sorrow, then it goes on with sorrow. If it is expressing happiness, with delight. So these words you have to use in the introductory words while changing exclamations and wishes from direct to indirect speech. Let us move to the example. So see, what a lovely dress, she said. What a lovely dress. It's an exclamation given over here with an exclamation mark. You have the inverted commas. You are changing it. She remarked. Okay. So the introductory word, she said, it's changed to she remarked. She remarked, like how you change statement with the conjunction. You are having conjunction over here. That it was a lovely dress. So here, what a lovely dress. That it was a lovely dress. So this is the change what is taking place over here. The main focus is given to the introductory word in this case. We can't use the exclamatory word used like hooray. Okay, so that is expressing happiness. So we say with the delight, isn't it? So these type of introductory words, exclamatory words, we don't directly use in indirect speech. So we change those exclamatory words with these introductory words given over. Either of it we use according to the sentence given. Okay, and then we change it like this. So more focus is given to the introductory word. Other cases, it just take the reverse of it. So in the past form, it goes on. She remarked that it was a lovely dress. So it, the exclamation mark and all gets changed, and the inverted comma also gets changed, and it becomes a sentence like this, ends with a full stop. So this is how we change exclamations and wishes. Now the thing that I have left from here is change of must, had, and will. So that also I will show you, and with that I will wind up my class. Then you can complete your exercises. I think with this I have completed your lesson number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Almost I have done with all the things. Whatever exercises you have to do, based on that I have given the explanation. Each and every detailed explanation I have given you. Only little part is left out. That also I will wind up. I'll wind it up with that in this particular link. So then you have to do the exercises on your own, and after 2-3 days I will give you some time so that you can complete your exercises, and then I will give the answers to you. I will send the video clipping of the answers to you. So till then you have to finish off. You can use the answers only to correct your exercises. So you have to use the answers given by me to correct your exercises, not just copy and keep. If you copy and keep, you will never learn. So you have to sit with in front of your parents. You have to sit with your parents and correct it. Whatever you have done, you have to correct it with the answers given by me. After a week only, I will be giving the answers. After this, I will be starting with literature portion. Okay, so these are the changes. Will and shall. Will changes to would in indirect speech. Shall changes to should in indirect speech. Then change of must and have. Must changes to had to. Have changes to had. You can have. You can just go through your language text. The examples are already there in the language text. I will just give you. I will just discuss one. I will do it. If you have such a exercise, I will do it. He said that he would do it. He said that he would do it. Then, shall I wait for you? He asked whether he should wait for her. Shall I told you shall is a helping verb. So when you begin a question with helping verb, you use whether or if. So here it is that shall I wait for you. So you see the change. He asked whether he should wait for her. Then the change of must. I must go. He said that he had to go. He said that he had to go. He said that he had to go. Then with have, I have finished. I have finished. He said that he had finished. Or if you have, for example, I have had a meal. I have had a meal. A meal. So this, when you are changing, this is in single inverted commas. You can see. Then when you are changing, he said that he had. This have changes to had. So this is what he said, that he had a meal. So you can see this have changes to this had. Okay, and then this had you have. So two had together. He said that he had a meal. So this is how it changes. So take care of these things. Then all the exercises, whatever I have taught you in this class, you please learn it properly and then start doing the exercises. Complete all the exercises given in the text. You have to do it in your notebook. There is no space for you to complete it in the language text. If you are doing it in the language text, do it with pencil, but then when you are correcting it, see that you are writing it correctly in the language notebook. I want to see all these exercises in the language notebook. So write in the language notebook only the answers of it. Write the question number, write the answers. No need to copy the question. Thank you.